everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Um, yeah, I'm fine. I will talk about purpose today. Sorry, I'm staring at my setup here because my device is wonky. So I'm just trying to make sure that I everything is aligned. Yeah, alignment might be what I speak about next week, but today I'll be speaking about purpose. So in Romans 8:28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. This is a very popular scripture. I'm going to read it again. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. So, the purpose of a person or the purpose to which we embark on an activity, event, quest is really important. Nobody really wants to be living without purpose. And so in this scripture, obviously it says that everything works together for good. So as we are human, we don't know, like all the plans that God has for us. So we just try our best to do what we feel is right, and hoping for the best, that we are doing the right thing and we're living a life of purpose. But purpose is kind of becoming very important to me. So I'm trying to understand my purpose. Yeah, now that I'm much older than I was, I feel like I need to understand that. I need to start living. Not that I wasn't living a life of purpose before, but I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. But basically, following that path to ensure that I fulfill purpose, I feel like just like because because of the time I have got left. Uh, Actually, I don't know how much time I've got left, so I shouldn't even venture into that field because I don't know how much time God has apportioned um, to me. But I digress, and I'm perambulating. Um, Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I want to live a life of purpose, and I want to discover God's purpose for me in this later part of my life. Okay, I think that is, I think that's a lot better than all my ramblings. And so I am inquiring, I'm praying, I am even asking others, someone else to pray along with me as I try and understand this. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I will not take any actions or that I will not move in the direction of which I feel that the Lord is leading me. But at the same time, I'm also wanting not to get it wrong because I haven't inquired. And so I am in this time of my life, in this season of my life, just asking the Lord and wanting to live, asking the Lord what will have me do to live a life of purpose. And I don't mean in the small things, not in the everyday things. I mean the bigger picture, like so that when I start to uh, embark on a journey that might take about a year or 2 years or 3 years to fulfill, that I know it ties into the purposes of God for this season of my life. And so those of you out there, I hope this is of an encouragement to you. I hope that you are, doing that as an inquiring, trying to live a life of purpose. Actually, Rick Warren's book, A Purpose Driven Life, is a good one. I haven't read that recently, so I might read that. And for those of you that don't know, Rick Warren, I believe, is a pastor of Saddleback Church. Let me just check that. Bear with me. Pastor Rick Warren. Anyway, he wrote this very good book. So yeah, so I'm right. Saddleback Church, that's his church. He wrote this book called The Purpose Driven Life. Um, the church he pastors is based in California, and it's a very good book that people refer to from time to time, in regards to, or could refer you to when you're seeking the purpose for your life, or when you've someone that's a new believer as well. That's a good book to read. So I might actually read that book again. But anyway, I hope this has been a blessing to you. And to be quite honest, if you have a thing or two to say about this, and if you have found kind of a way of discovering your purpose, please share in the comment section below. It will be a blessing to me and others. I feel like my purpose is shifting. That's another thing to say. I feel like up till now, or up till recently, I kind of had kind of a clear-ish plan of the God's purpose for my life, but I feel like I'm into another season, and the purpose, I feel like it's changing, and so I want to be in alignment. That's why I said next week I probably will talk about alignment. I want to be in alignment with his plans and his purposes for my life in this season of my life. So thank you for listening. But the scripture reference was Romans 8:28. It's a very popular one. And it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. I'm not too sure about the A part of that. The B part is what I am kind of going to hold on to, that I feel is relevant for today. But actually, some of you might feel like the A part is also relevant. But the purpose in that verse is what, in that scriptural verse is what I am holding on to. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to close this time because I think I've said it a number of times. But thank you very much for stopping by, for listening. Please like, share, and comment. And may you have a blessed week. Bye. And yes, we are into May. I know a number of you are probably going, you're shocked, or you're thinking, how did that happen? But anyway, yes, we are into May, the 5th month of the year. May God bless you.